I know how to edit later, see? I mean, not that move specifically, no. Say you pay for Screencastify, they get all these fun editing tools. You don't have to worry about it. All right, let me know if I start not, I've got it here and I've got it there, and okay, here we go. We are here to talk about Spanish 5 next year and the opportunity that we have to take it for a college credit, okay? So it's a dual enrollment class, okay? It's not AP, right? So there's not an AP test that happens at the end. Just by taking the course, you would get the credit if you choose to sign up for it. So it's considered dual enrollment. The school that we're working with is UW Green Bay, all right? So already, just by signing up for Spanish 5, you're gonna get the one elective credit, right, that you need for high school. And you're gonna earn your one Laude point, okay, towards the honors at graduation, just by signing up for Spanish 5. If you choose to do the dual enrollment, you would also be earning college credit for Spanish 5, which is called Spanish 202 at the university. And you would be earning college credit for your work in Spanish 2 through 4 if you can get a C or better. Okay, so they're giving you credit for classes you've already taken if you can prove that you can pass this one. Okay. So I have kind of a list of things I just want to make sure that you know so that you can make your decision. Okay, the first is that this is not mandatory. You can absolutely sign up for Spanish 5 and not do anything with UW Green Bay and not get the college credit, and nothing changes for you. The experience is going to be the same. Okay, so it's completely up to you and your parents how you want to do that. Okay, it is kind of sold as being kind of the best of both worlds, right? So you do get to stay in high school, you get to stay with me, right? And you know how that works and you feel comfortable. You have access to me all the time. And at the same time, you're getting a kind of a college experience, right? So I talked to the department chair, okay? Our philosophies align philosophically, our philosophies align very closely in that UW Green Bay is not a grammar heavy department, which means they're not expecting students to be able to master all the verbs and all the tenses all the time on all the tests, right? UW Green Bay is very focused on making sure that you can speak, that you can write, that you can whatever. And that's very much how I run things, right? We do grammar, but I don't like beat you over the head with it. Right? So in that sense, the philosophies are very similar. The grading scale is also actually pretty close. If you've taken a college course or you've looked at that, you know that it looks different. Like there's, you get an A and then an AB and then B and BC, and that's what the grades look like in college. But the percentages line up almost perfectly for us. So it's still, I'd have to double check. The 93, 94 cutoff is a little wishy-washy, but that'd be an A. And then what would normally be a B plus or an A minus becomes an AB. A B is a B. A B minus and a C plus become a BC. So it lines up pretty well, and you don't have to worry about that. They do push really hard for their high school teachers to be more rigorous with deadlines and late work being less, not emphasized as much, that you should be able to turn things in late, but we still have the power to make those decisions here. Okay. I am officially an adjunct professor for UW Green Bay now, so you can rest assured that I am qualified, I guess. The whole point here is that you can earn college credit, right? This is a 3-credit course. Most college courses are either 3 or 4 credits when you take them in college. This one's a 3-credit course, and you can earn retroactive credit. Those are the credits you get for Spanish 2, 3, and 4, right? Or in your case, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. If you can get a B or better in Spanish 202, you can get 11 retroactive credits for all those classes that you've taken, which means you would walk away with 14 credits because you get the 11 old ones plus the 3 that you're getting for Spanish 202. All right. If you can get a C or better in Spanish 202 and Spanish 5, they're going to still give you half of them, which is actually a pretty sweet deal, honestly. So they'll still give you 5.5 retroactive credits for getting a B, C, or a C if you take Spanish 202. Okay. The point of college credit kind of depends on what your goal is. If there's any chance that you might want to major or minor in Spanish, it can help you accelerate. You could start the ground running, right? You could start in the next class in college instead of having to take one and then get all your extra credit and then keep going. There is a certain amount of it looks good on an application form, right? There is always that. And then we've talked in class before how lots of things in college are done by seniority. So like the more credits you have, the sooner you can register for classes, for example. That makes it so the seniors get their classes first, right? And they get what they need and then it trickles down. But you could be starting college with 14 credits on your transcript already, which would make you like a second semester freshman instead of a first semester freshman, meaning you would get to register likely before the other kids that don't have any coming in. It just comes down to play with getting the schedule you want. So you don't have to be up at 7:45 every morning, hopefully. There is a cost involved, and that's the most important thing that you need to talk about with the people at home, okay? This course costs $300. They're charging $100 per credit. It is a reduced price. Normally at UW Green Bay, a 3-credit course would be $984.18. I'm taking some courses right now through a system that is also offering reduced prices, but mine are still almost $500 per class. So it's not nothing. $300 is not nothing, but it is reduced. It is a discount based on what you pay once you're enrolled in a school. Okay. The credits do transfer. Okay, so you're officially getting these credits through UW Green Bay. They would show up on a UW Green Bay transcript. Once you're ready to graduate, you can request that transcript and you can request that those credits get transferred so that other schools count them towards their programs. It's not a perfect science, but it's pretty good. There is a website called transferology.com. If you want to learn more about that, it can help you see how credits transfer and which credits transfer. But to be, full transparency, right? The decision to accept or deny the course credits does lie in whatever institution you go to. So if you decide to go to Edgewood, it's their decision, right? How many of your credits they accept and where they put them when they accept them. But the UW system has kind of an agreement here. Okay, so for sure, any UW system is going to take these credits and most others will too. If that's something that you're worried about, we can do research with those schools to find out what they think about it. If this interests you, even a little bit, we're going to apply now to UW Green Bay before we leave for the summer. Okay? You do not have to pay to apply like you have to pay to fill out applications when you go to do it as a senior. And it does not mean that you have to take the course. Okay? It's just getting the ball rolling. It lets UW Green Bay know you exist. It lets them know that you might be registering later. All right. And it gives us a working list of kids to work with. So that sheet that I handed you, I'm going to come back to that in just a second, but all that you need to know about applying is on there, and the link to learn more to apply is on there too. All right. The idea being that that's something you need to do on your own. Like, I'd help you, but basically you need to go home and do that piece on your own. And then it's going to send you an email. And then I would love it if you would forward that email to me so that I can know that you did it, basically, and know to expect more from you. The actual registration would happen next fall. All right. So we would fill out the application now, get our names on the list as maybes. And then after school starts, like that first 2 weeks of school, there's going to be a person that actually comes here from UW Green Bay to help you like fill out the registration form if you choose to do this for college credit. And they'll talk you through the process and they'll make sure that you get registered through the school. All right. The kicker here is that if you choose to take that step and register for Spanish 202 through UW Green Bay, you're in it now. Okay. You got to pay for it at that point, no matter what then. Even if you decide to drop Spanish 5, okay, you're in it for that $300. You're also in it, like if you drop it after you register, you will have a transcript at UW Green Bay that shows that you dropped a course. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it exists. It's part of your permanent transcript then, that you enrolled for a class that then you then chose to drop. Okay? It won't show as an F, but it'll show as a drop. Okay? So just kind of know that going in, that registration, that's your, yep, I'm either doing it or I'm not doing it. So this is the sheet you have in front of you. Yeah, it's a handout. It's got all the information on it. That whole step 1 column tells you how to apply if you want to. The links, and I went to that link, and there's a really good instruction sheet that is step by step, shows you where to click and what to type all the way through. It makes it very easy. And then you would get that email and send it to me if you were interested in that. Okay. I'm going to have you do one thing really quick. If you're going to grab a pencil or a pen, because if you start rooting around and applying and things, you need to know what you're applying for. Okay. So the name of the class that we're talking about is called Spanish 202, and the title of the class is Intermediate Spanish Language 2 is the name of it. Okay. So as you're thinking about it, as you might be looking through the websites, or if you decide to apply and it asks you for a course name, this is that. Okay, as far as UW Green Bay would be concerned, this class would be called Spanish 202, Intermediate Spanish Language 2. Okay. Are there any questions I can answer about any of that? I should have asked as I went. Any question? We've talked about a lot about it in passing. So basically your job now is, do I want to take Spanish 5? And make sure that you're signed up for it if you do. And then, am I interested in getting the college credit for taking the class? And if you are, then we need to fill out the application on the website. Okay. The money would not be due until fall. And then we would get you registered in the fall. And that would be your, yep, I am, or nope, I'm not happening that.
So do you teach us and give us all the materials?
It's all me. Okay. It's not really going to feel all that different than what you're used to. I will likely be using more Spanish, but I would be doing that in a contained Spanish 5 anyway. That isn't this chaotic mixed thing that we've had to deal with this year. I'm not changing my plan. I'm not changing the curriculum that I was planning to teach you anyway. Basically, I just said, hey, UW Green Bay, this is what I teach. And they're like, okay, that works. That met their expectations. So from your viewpoint, almost nothing changes, other than at the end of the course, you'll get a grade from UW Green Bay too, and it will be on your college transcript. There's not a special test I have to give you. There's not a special place for you to view your grades. I don't do anything with UW Green Bay until May of next year when I send them a grade, and then they throw it on your transcript. There's nothing else. Any other questions? Okay. All righty.